Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, so today we have a lot of topic to talk about, lots, and I will be bringing in one of the experts in that field, of the person of Mr. Olawale Akande Samson. Will be joining us very soon. So I would like you to any question that you have. It's a workshop, yeah, so you can ask questions. I can bring you in to ask your questions. I can bring you in to ask your questions. So I can bring you in to ask your question. So we are going to be talking about branding and the impact of branding and social media in our business, in the growth of our business. So okay, so let me try to add. I'll be adding Mr. Olawale Akande Samson. Good day, Mr. Olawale Akande Samson.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm fine.
I
Good
think we
evening,
have a
everyone.
lot on our table this night.
Yeah,
Yes,
I hope we can do justice to
I believe,
that.
I believe so. I believe so. So we have the topic is branding and social media strategy workshop for growth, for business growth. So we just dive into it. But before we dive into it, maybe I would just like you to introduce yourself properly so that the audience can get to know you.
Okay, my name is Olawale Akonde Samson. That's my full name, but my brand name is the Global Olawale. So, what I do is to empower individual and businesses to thrive. I empower individual and businesses to thrive. So I've been in the social media space for about 10 years now. I've handled professional brands and individual brands.
Okay.
So there's something that actually motivates me, which is the fact that you want to make sales, you want to put your business out there, and a lot of people may not, in fact, some people may never get to see you. But the one
Okay.
place you can actually get to interact with you is your social media space, your
Of
online
course. Of
space.
course.
Yeah, so there is a gap there. I mean,
Mhm.
up until I could say 2016, 17, there's not so much being done on the social media space, especially in our part of the country, I mean, Nigeria. So, and I could say for most third parts of the country until recently, where there's a need for us to bridge that gap that the social media space have created already. So that was what motivated me to begin my journey earlier in the social media space. So before I actually look into the digital marketing community as a whole. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get to dive more into that as we continue the session.
Yeah, definitely.
Hope
So
I'm audible.
before we dive into the proper question, but there is a particular question that has been on my mind lately, because if you check businesses now, the amount of money they spend on ad, you
Mm,
understand, to create, to get their content out there, and there are still some set of people that don't really have much. They just want to grow their business organically.
mm,
These are two people, and there is a way algorithm works. uh it works in a kind of way that, okay, it will pay more attention to people that are creating ad because they are getting money. So it will carry their content, it will move
mm.
it more faster.
More.
Yeah,
Mm,
it move it more faster.
yeah.
So, and the idea of sales is the idea of content is when you generate your content will generate view, and your view will generate follower, and your follower lead, and from lead you get your sales. So it's the view is very, very important when it comes to sales. We can't shy away from it. Now there are some set of people that don't have the money and they still want to grow their business. How do you think we can balance it? Because like I said, the way algorithm works, it will just prioritize people that are using money to push their content out there. How do you think that these people can scale also? People that want to grow organically, they don't have the money to
They
even
don't have the
pay.
money to push for ads.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're right about one thing, and that's the fact that of course your grading will always want to push for content that's doing more.
Yeah.
Now, so why I don't want to say content that's being advertised, because when you advertise the content, the essence is to get more engagement, more views, more likes, more comments, and ultimately sales. Right. So the algorithm would see this content as the most liked content. So they keep pushing it. Right. And of course, you're also paying for it. So that would also make it to keep going far and reach a wider audience. Right. But outside the scope of you running an ad, there is a place for you to also grow your content organically. You can create a content, and without running ads, your content can still go viral. Your content can still reach a wider view. The question is, what kind of content are you posting?
Okay.
Are you strategic about the content you're posting? Right? Because it's not enough to create content. I think one of the mistake that most social small brands makes is the fact that they just create any kind of content without understanding how the algorithm work, without understanding their followership, because you want to have a community of people that you speak to, because no matter we're all trying to make sales. Ultimately, we are selling something so far
Yes.
the social
Yes.
media space is concerned. Whether you are selling ideas, or you are selling a business directly, or you're selling products, whatever it is, you're selling something. You're trying to convince someone that what I'm saying makes sense. You can buy into what I'm saying. Right. So your kind of content matters. Who you speak to matter. And I think this is where branding comes into play.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Because I want to delay before bringing on the concept of branding, because I want to touch more on the fact that, based on the question you asked now. Now I said the kind of content you create, right, and how strategic you are about the kind of content you are creating. Now, for instance, small businesses make the mistake of just posting anyhow. I think there is this cliche that people have, which is the fact that you should post every day. You should post all the time. You should post 4 times in a day. You should post. That's how your content will keep going viral. It's not true. It's not true.
Okay. Can I say one thing? I just want to add. Not that I want to add. There's a notion out there when it comes to content, yeah, and the way algorithm works. Now, imagine an ocean. Let's put an ocean now, and we have, let's say we have 4 million people that are dropping something inside the ocean. Now, maybe let's say a person A, then B. We have A and B. That A person now is very active on social media. He want to sell his business. He want to sell his ideas and everything. So he posts 5 times a day, meaning he drops it inside the ocean 5 times. Yeah, and the person that drops one thing inside the ocean, which one is the possibility that the person that is looking for fish, which one will they pick? The possibility of picking that 5 is high than one person.
Okay.
You
Using
understand?
the same concept of ocean now, let
Mm.
me show you something. There is this thing called hook, line, and sink, right?
Okay.
I want to catch a fish.
Mm.
I drop my line into the water.
Mm-hmm.
There is a hook meant
Mm-hmm.
to catch a fish. Now, on the hook, take for instance, there is a particular kind of food that will attract the fish in the water to come towards that food. You want to bait the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't apply the right kind of food on
Hook.
that hook,
Yeah, yeah.
you will not get the fish you want.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine you're just posting anyhow, you keep posting 5, 10 times in a day. You're not strategic about the kind of content you're posting. And I just come and I'm very intentional because strategy equals intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, meaning before I post the content, the question I ask is, okay, what is my business goal? Number one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As a
Very, very
business, what's my
important.
goal?
Mm-hmm.
Then I want to ask the question also, who are my target audience? Who do I want to speak to? Because, like you said, the ocean, there are many kinds of fish in the ocean.
Yes.
Which particular kind of fish do I want to catch? If I want to catch a whale, am I going to use a tiny fish to bait a whale? A tiny hook? These are things that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using the concept of the ocean, right, for the social media space now. That's why I say you have to be strategic about the kind of content you post. When you post, study your grading. For instance, now, if you post, let me use two different kind of reels,
Mm-hmm.
for example.
Mm-hmm.
There is one reels you create. One is informative. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to come back to this informational post content that people post now. There's something about it that a lot of people are doing wrong. Now, one post is informative without, it lacks one. There's something called the IDA formula. There's interest. First, you want to call the attention of people. You want to grab the attention of people. So
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning, meaning if, for instance, you're posting a reel, at the beginning of the reel, there should be like a hook. Something that
Mm-hmm.
will first grab their attention. You want to create an interest in these people.
Mm.
Then you want to create a desire from interest. For instance, now, let's say I have a power bank. I want to sell. Let me use this power bank as an example. Would I convince you to buy this power bank when there are tons of power bank products out there? Now, I can come and say, I bet you this, you've never used this kind of power bank before. That's a
Mm-hmm.
hook.
That's a hook, yeah.
The first thing is like, what do you mean I've never used this kind of power bank before? Okay, I've used tons of power bank. Okay,
You will get interested. Let me see
okay?
what is it all
What's
about.
interesting about this power bank?
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Mm-hmm.
begin to tell you, do you know that ever since I've been using this power bank for the past 1 week, I've fully charged it once. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's
interesting.
another hook.
Now I'm beginning to create an interest in you. Like, okay, for 1 week, if you only charge it once, that's interesting. Now I can move on and say, okay, if you even get this power bank, do you know that it has the ability to be able to charge 4 phones at once? Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, but I have 2 phones and at the same time I have another gadget I can charge. Now I'm creating a desire in you,
Mm-hmm.
within you now. At the end of the day, I will not tell you. And this is where most business make mistake. You start with grabbing the attention. There's an interest in the product.
Mm-hmm.
Now it has developed into desire. At
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, you do not put something that will convert them,
Call to action.
a call to action. Now, at the end, because it's a funnel, the way the funnel works, at the beginning, you have a lot of people. You
Mm-hmm.
just grab
Yes,
their
yes,
attention.
yes.
Then later, there is interest. It
Mm-hmm.
narrows down. Then it gets to the point of desire until the very end where you want to create that you want to give a call to action. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now this power bank is limited. I only have 10 of it available in stock. So if you place your order very quickly, you can get one and it will be delivered to your doorstep. Now, I didn't just tell them that come and buy power bank. I also make them understand that there's an urgency to it now, meaning you have to buy it quick.
Mm.
Now, I've given out a call to
Now
action.
you are talking of offer now.
Now, I've created an offer now. Now, you guys, you want to buy this power bank, you have to buy it very, very fast. Now, I've distinguished myself amongst many other sellers in the market by creating an interest for this product. Right?
Mm.
So in the ocean, a lot of people will come with different goods, different stuff they want to sell to you, whatever the product is. But how strategic? Look at what I did. I was very, very strategic about everything I said in selling this product to you. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't just come to social media. You have to understand what works for you. Understand your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Understand your community. Go check your. There's something that a lot of businesses don't use, which most social media platform provide it. Right. The analytics.
Yeah. That,
It's not about just coming to social media and just posting and just move on. Go
mm.
back. The post that you post last week
Tech.
on Monday, 10 a.m. Go back when you posted on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Go back when you posted on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Which one works best? Which
That's
one
best.
converts more?
Yes. Yes.
Which one got you more attention?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it starts with the attention. Which one
Mm-hmm.
has more likes? So you want to continue creating that same kind of content now.
Mm-hmm.
Not just creating and just for the sake of posting. Because social media will not reward you just because you post every time.
Yes.
Social
Yes.
media will reward you because you are strategic about your posting, right?
Mm.
And you don't just post content. A lot of people like it. And once people start liking it and start engaging on it, then there is a higher chance of your product going and traveling faster, even than people that run ads.
Now
Mind you,
this. Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
mind you, you
Mm.
can run ad on a product
Mm.
with the right targets, audience, and
Audience.
everything,
Everything.
right?
Right
Now,
content.
people may like it, eventually may even make sales from it, right?
Mm.
Now, I may not run ad on this product, but because I did the right things, this product may also travel as fast as your ad.
Mm.
And at the end, I'll still end up making sales. So what I'm saying, in essence, is whether or not you're running ad, you can even be running ad on the wrong product.
I'm wrong product that is not even
You can be
something
running ad
particular. Mm.
with the wrong offer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
At the
Yes.
end of the day, you end up giving Facebook
We are
money.
still coming down to that particular wrong offer and the call to
Okay.
action. We are still coming down there. So there are some things I still want us to, before we go deep into our question. Yeah,
Okay.
the issue of our real content that we put out there, maybe video, let's say real. Yeah, how long do you think our reel should be? Is it 30 seconds? Some say 30, 90 seconds, some say 30 seconds. What can you say about this short video? Because short videos really works a lot.
Yeah,
People don't
yeah.
just want to stay on a particular video or a particular advert for, just give me the information. What can this particular product solve?
Hmm.
You understand? So what do you think about this?
The
Short
length
videos and
of the
lengthy
reel you're
videos.
creating.
Yes.
So I think ultimately it boils down to, I don't want to say your choice because Facebook actually has limited your choice. And I
Mm.
mean Meta as a whole. Let me use the word Meta now because Meta encompasses both Facebook, Instagram, and what's it called now, WhatsApp. Right. So the length is 90 seconds.
Mm.
But why wait 90 seconds to make a sale, to convince someone to buy a product when you can actually do it in 30 seconds?
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, a lot of people, because that's what, let me go back to analytics now. If we always go back to our analytics, the dashboard,
The view
we,
insights.
we will get a lot of insight and understanding as to what we are posting,
Mm-hmm.
how people are engaging, because it's like a graph, right? At the beginning, the first 3 seconds may create a spike where a lot of people, you have more view the first
Mm-hmm.
3 seconds. Then you notice that after the first 3 seconds,
It
five
begins to
seconds, it
decline.
begins to drop. There will be
Mm-hmm.
a decline. That tells you that a lot of people lose interest in what you're posting from like 3, 4 seconds after your shot.
Yes, yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
So which means that you want to be very, very fast about
Careful,
your
yeah.
message.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can convince me to buy your product in 30 seconds, why wait until you want to convince me in 90 seconds?
In 90 seconds.
So which means you want to be very strategic. Within 30 seconds, you might give yourself, for instance, say the first 3 seconds, I want to grab the attention of people with a hook. That's why I said.
That's it, going back to that hook.
Yeah, that's why I said, trust me, if you've been using power bank before, you've never used this kind of power bank, I've grabbed your attention first.
You
Right.
really want to know what kind of power bank is this?
What kind of power bank? Then I want to be very careful to ensure that I don't lose you. I mean, you don't just drop interest in what I'm saying. I bet this guy doesn't even know what he's saying, doesn't have anything to say anymore. Right? So my point is, make it short. But
Yes.
in 30 seconds, in 20 seconds, do you know that, for instance, let me use YouTube as an example. We have different kind of ads anyways, right? There's the in-video ads. There are ads that within 30 seconds, if you can't convince someone to buy your product, right, you would automatically lose those people, because while you're watching a video, an ad can pop up, and a lot of people don't have the
Yes.
patience. A lot of people don't have the patience
Just to wait
to
for
watch
the
the
ad.
ad, right? That's why I see a lot of big businesses within 5-7 seconds they run an ad. Very fast, they will pass the message. So if you want to buy, click on the call to action button, then you can make your purchase. So you necessarily don't have to wait until 90 seconds, although you have the opportunity to do your reels in 90 seconds to make your reels whatever you want to do.
All right. So this contest now is basically based on business product, people that sells. Does it work with someone that is doing content for view sake, like people that want to monetize? You know, their perspective will be different from someone that wants to sell. So someone that wants to okay, I want to be a content creator and I want to make money. You understand? So it's view dependent. Yeah, and they want to post 5 times in a day. They want to post 3 times in a day. I think we have to differentiate that context. Can go ahead.
Okay. So like I said, ultimately you are selling something. Whether or not you're selling a product that people are going to pay you for, or you're trying to convince people to watch your content.
But this time around, it pays for them to be posting 3 times a day, because
ultimately they'll get more views, right? What if at the end of the day you post 5 times in a day and all 10 views, 5 views, 20 views? Whereas you can study your analytics and you understand that, okay, if I post one content in a day, and my content maybe at a particular time, for instance, if you study Facebook upgrading very well, you discover that if you want to post on Facebook, most time Facebook will advise you that, okay, you can post from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on a particular day. On Tuesday, you can post maybe 7:30 your own content.
Audience, yes.
This is when your audience would interact more with your content. So if you put all your energy in that one content, you are strategic about the content. At every point, you have put you've placed your hook in the content. You've created something that would spark that interest in them. You've put more energy into that to keep them. There's a desire, and at the end, they just want to keep watching. And after watching your content, you want to put a call to action, because now you are creating a content that you want people to keep watching your content, which means you want to tell them that, all right, if you enjoy this content, right, please kindly subscribe.
Yes.
Kindly click on the like button. Share it with others. Let others also enjoy what you just enjoyed now, right? So now that is you putting your hook, your interest, your design, everything in that content. At the end of the day, you also put a call to action button in that same content. Now that content will do more for you than the 5 contents you post in a day. Now that doesn't mean you shouldn't post like 2-3 times in a day if it works for you.
Yes.
If it works for you. But what I'm saying is, always work with your analytics. Go back to your dashboard. You would get the answer to your questions there.
All right. I think we have settled that. So we are going to be going into our question proper. Now, the first question is, how can a small business position itself like a big brand online? How can a small business now position itself like a big brand online? Yes, I think that's our
Okay.
first major question for tonight.
All right. So I want to be very, very brief, and I'd just like to present more like in a bullet point, then expand on it so that it won't take much time. Every big businesses you have today were once small business,
True.
but there is something that they did wrong that they got right that made them become big.
Big. Mm-hmm.
Right. What they did right is their branding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is what they did right. Now, speaking on branding, you see, we sometimes confuse brand strategy
Mm-hmm.
with regular my brand is doing well, my business is doing well, I'm posting every time, this and that, I'm having more likes. As a matter of fact, do you know you can even have likes on your video or your content and you don't get to convert with those contents?
Mm-hmm.
That's because
True.
you probably are not communicating your message right, your branding right. So what do small businesses need to do to also make them become big, like be like big businesses? It
Mm-hmm.
starts with their positioning.
Yes,
It
yes.
starts with their
Position, yeah.
prospecting.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you prospect? How do you position your brand online?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, let's go back to the ocean. Now, the social media is a very, very wide space. It's like a big ocean with a
Mm-hmm.
lot of hungry people, some not so hungry, some not even interested. And you want to try every means possible to ensure that you convert everyone. You want
Mm-hmm.
to try, even though you can't get everyone to come up.
Yes, yes.
Now,
You
you
can't.
can get to do this with your brand, your branding. Now, it starts with you se- selecting a niche. Every big businesses, if you watch them, they always have one niche,
Yes, of
meaning
course, that they focus
they're
on.
not chasing everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you
Of
begin
course.
to chase everything, you are going to be confusing your audience.
In fact,
You're going to be
it will be worse
you're
than
going to be
confusing.
confusing people. It will get to a point they'll be like, okay, imagine Coca-Cola today
Mm-hmm.
sells that, okay, we are selling shoes, we are
And
selling bags, we are selling soda, we
just
are
only
selling,
you on one brand
right? So
that eating
you won't
everything.
grow. You won't grow that way as a
Of
small
course.
business, especially in a saturated environment where a lot of people are doing what you want to do, where
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are focusing on one thing and you want to focus on 10 things and still compete with the person that is focused on one thing.
Mm.
This brand is putting all their efforts into promoting one thing that will sell pleasure, we sell good living, we sell safe space. And you are coming to tell them that I sell safe space, I sell good living, I sell convenience. I mean, at some point, you're going to lose out on a lot of people because you don't know, they don't know what you're selling. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can narrow down your niche to one particular thing, right? Take for instance, let me use maybe hair or beauty. Let me use beauty care product for example.
Okay.
Now, as a beauty care product, you create beauty care, skincare, and all, and your brand message is we want to make sure you look good.
Mm-hmm.
That is your brand message.
That's simple.
Everything you do revolves around the content you create, revolves around how you make them feel, how good they will feel when they use the products. Everything, even the logo you design, would also pass that message.
You have to communicate emotion
Simplicity,
and how they will look good.
emotion. Yes, thank you. Right. So you want to narrow down your niche to one thing, then have a good brand message, because a lot of small businesses don't have brand message.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have your brand message, people will be confused. And when there's
Mm-hmm.
confusion, there can't be growth. So a small business that wants to become a big business must be very, very clear with their message, with their brand message.
Mm-hmm.
Nike will tell you, just do it. That is our message. Apple will tell you, be simple, just simplicity.
And I think that is what we call brand personality,
Yeah.
where a brand have human traits.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they want to come out bold, they want to come out
Yeah.
simple, they want to come out premium.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the human traits that brand can.
Exactly. Because, okay, like when we talk about branding, what is branding? Brand is what people remember you for
Yes.
when you stop speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Brand is what people see in their mind subconsciously
Mm-hmm.
when you are not around.
How they perceive you.
How they perceive you,
Mm-hmm.
right? If I think of soda, what should come to my mind? The first thing that pop up is Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
If I think of a sportswear, the first thing that will come to my mind is Nike shoe, Nike, or maybe Adidas. But I don't have a single pair of Nike shoe in my house.
Mm.
I don't even wear one. But why does it keep coming to my head? Because there is a
Mm-hmm.
message they have passed over time.
Fine.
And what small businesses need to understand also is in communicating your brand message, because brand message is also synonymous with uh, what I'm trying to communicate is in communicating your brand message, you have to understand that you don't rush it. There is no particular time frame as
Yes.
to when people would fully understand or
And your
grab
yes.
or accept and be convinced and have faith in your message.
Mm-hmm.
Because these same people that you want to convince have probably used a similar product similar to yours and they have been disappointed. And you are coming with the same products, you're trying to convince them with your own brand message. So you must understand that there is a time that you have to give. Rome is not just built in a day.
Again.
So there is that consistency you must have as a small business in communicating your brand message to your audience. And you must be able to give it time.
And again, there's something I want you to talk about, but let me just put it in this context.
Okay.
Let's say new brands or new entrepreneur that want to start business. Maybe for example, someone that's a cobbler that make shoe. You
Okay.
understand? You are just a startup and all. So there are some things that are very important, but most of them don't do it. And if you check those people that are doing it, you will see that because these days people don't really buy. Let's say you want to buy shoe, they don't really buy shoe. They
Hmm.
buy meaning.
Yes.
Meaning
Yes.
they want to be part of your stories. Now imagine
Yeah.
you are a cobbler, you are making shoes, and while you are making shoes, you are showing the process of making the shoes.
This bad.
Are you
Yeah.
getting me?
Okay, I'm with you now.
All right.
Please
So
come again.
imagine someone that is making shoe,
Hmm.
and like I said, people want to buy meaning. They want to understand your brand. They want to be part of your story.
Yeah.
And you are in the process of making that shoe. You begin
Hmm.
to make a video, and you are telling a story. You
Hmm.
know, I see this leather, this leather I'm going to be using for this shoe. You
Hmm.
understand? This is the sole I
Hmm.
want to be using. See the way see the environment I kept the leather, all these things.
Hmm.
Now you compile these things. This is what people are buying these days. They are buying
Hmm.
meaning, the story,
Yeah.
the way you structure your story properly. Because most of the time you can just people just they don't know how to communicate their story effectively to their
Hmm.
target audience. They
Yeah.
just want to do everything.
Yeah.
You understand?
Without a story,
Without a
behind
story, they
every
just
product, there's always a story.
imagine you now. Let me ask you a question. Imagine you want to buy a shoe and you go online. You saw a good shoe. You like well displayed, well packaged. They just
Hmm.
snap it and put it on social media. And someone that show you the process, how
Hmm.
it arrives there. You understand? Show you from head to toe the storyline.
Yeah.
Which one will you buy?
You would even trust that person more because this person tells you how they got their product.
Mm-hmm.
This person tells you the crafts it involves, all the sweat it takes in making that product, that shoe. They are telling you that we are thinking of you, we have you in our mind while making this product. That's why we ensure that, okay, even when buying the leather, we want
Mm-hmm.
to be ensured that we are buying something that will be comfortable for you. And guess what? The brand that goes through that process of telling the story will not just stop there. They will take it a step further to show you how pleasing and how satisfying the comfort it brings to the person that wears that same shoe.
True. True.
Now, when they do that, you are telling a story and you are calling people to come be a part of that story. Now,
Yes.
your message now is this: you can also have this
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy luxury, be comfortable when you step out and look glamorous and feel good about yourself when you also use these products. So
Mm-hmm.
don't be a part of the community that is using this particular product. So now
Now,
such a person is looking at a community. He's
now
not just
that's where we are going. The
interested in one
community,
person.
that community. Many people
Yeah,
now they buy into community just to feel identified with the kind of product. Imagine, uh,
yeah.
iPhone. Most people
Mm-hmm.
don't even know how some people don't even know how iPhone works, but they just want to
Yeah.
show you that I'm using iPhone. They want to be
I'm using
identified with that
iPhone.
particular brand because that brand has
Yeah.
sold themselves to the point that this is what we stand for. We stand for legacy. We
Mm.
stand for premium. You understand? So
Mm.
these days,
Yeah.
it's the way customers, the way we reason now is I think it's more than just buying things. We buy meaning, we buy into society, into a kind of community. Because
Yeah.
I just want to be part of these people that use
we, we,
iPhone.
we, we even buy into the brand culture. We buy into the
True.
brand idea. We
Mm-hmm.
buy into what the brand itself stands for. Like you
Mm.
make example of iPhone now. If I'm using an iPhone, I want to tell you that since I started using iPhone, I don't want to use Android anymore.
This
One,
stuff.
because the truth
Mm.
is,
Mm.
iPhone sells something. They sell the premium. They sell the simplicity
Confidence.
of their products. They sell the
Excellence.
confidence. So, and since I've using it, truth is, I found all these things in iPhone. iPhone is very simple to use than Android.
And this topic now, I think I treated it in one of my podcasts because I was that's brand growth leakage, where
Mm,
you see that their customer, they are not going anywhere. There's no leakage in their customer. If you check, anybody that
yeah,
starts using iPhone, you don't want to lose it. You
you
don't
don't want
want to
to.
stop using it because there's no leakage
Yeah.
anywhere. This is
Mm-hmm.
how brand grows.
Yeah.
Because when you check some other people, maybe their phone, you start using it later, you don't even want to recommend it. And if you want to
Mm.
change phone, you won't go for that particular brand again because there's
Anymore.
a
Yeah.
leakage. There is something that they are not doing right.
Mm.
Maybe the
They, they,
quality
they
is not
don't
there
have
anymore.
they don't have what
Consistency in
keeps
quality. Mm-hmm.
they don't have what keeps their audience. They don't have what keeps their community. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't want to be a part of this family anymore. You know what? I think I'm going to leave. But iPhone have that.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, before the next iPhone will come out, they've started making awareness about it, and a lot of people are hyped about it. That they even want to do the pre-sale, like they
In
want to buy
fact,
before it
they
even launch.
interact with their audience more because now,
More.
branding now is in two ways now. Yeah, branding is in two ways. There is a
Mm,
part that the people, the owner of the brand, they make decision. Now, even customer, the power is shifting to customer now.
mm,
Like, this is what we want. And if you give us what we don't want, we are not going to buy. So they
mm.
make the decision being flexible because they want to
Yeah.
hear what the customers are saying too. And based on what they are saying, they build most of these things.
Yeah, because in sales, actually, you want to sell a product, you want to get your customer feedback.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very important. For instance, I recently purchased a baby carrier, right? And I
Okay.
discovered that I was just telling my wife today that I don't know why these people made this kind of baby carrier, like as if they didn't even put their user in mind while making it. It's just so uncomfortable.
Imagine.
Now, now this product now, the question is, do they have a system of collecting feedback?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to download a software, there's always a place for review.
I think these are the things they should be putting down, especially people that want to just start business. They should be
So small
writing it down.
businesses should also do this, right? They should make an avenue where they can collect review.
Yes,
For
yes, it's
instance,
very important.
you're starting out. Say you want to design a structure where, okay, I want to be creating 2 reels in a week and one carousel post.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe on Saturdays, I want to create a review structure where I'm going to ask my audience, maybe go live once in a week and ask
Mm-hmm.
them to give me feedback. All right, if you're using our products, you can even decide to interview one person that bought the product from them. Now, when they are doing this, a lot of people may join the live, some may not, some will eventually see the video later. Now, what they have done is that somebody bought this product, they brought the person online and they asked this person question, and the person gave his honest review on the product, right? And
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, they want to wait and see. After this person gives his review, what did the
Mm-hmm.
business do about it? Did they make change? Did they make improvement? Is there anything significant different from what they were doing before to better what they are offering? If there is, people start trusting them more.
Mm.
So small businesses can incorporate this because
Yes.
one thing that sells more is people's testimony. And
Mm.
one thing that can also kill a brand is people's testimony.
Very true.
So you want to be very careful as a small business. You're just starting up, you're growing. You want to be sure that your brand message is right. You're talking to the right people. You're doing
Mm-hmm.
the right thing. You have the right structure. You've put everything into place. You want to make sure that there is a review system where you get honest opinion of people, and you don't just collect this information, you implement them such that people see change. So a business that creates a structure like this, I bet you it's only a matter of time with consistency that business will grow into a big business.
All right. Uh, because we will soon be, I think this section will soon come to a halt. So, I want to ask a question, a very direct question.
Mm.
What, as a business, as a startup, yeah, which particular social media do you think they should open? Is it that they should just open all the social media, open Twitter, open LinkedIn, open this, open that, or there should be a
Mm.
specific uh, social media that
Mm.
particular business should open?
Okay. For instance, you necessarily don't have to open every social media platform starting up. The question is, do you have the resources it takes to saturate this entire social media space? Because mind you, every social media platform have a particular unique community.
That drives them. Mm-hmm.
They have a particular brand tone.
Mm-hmm.
They have a particular
Voice tone.
brand voice,
Mm-hmm.
right? The way you communicate to people on LinkedIn is not the way you communicate to people on
Ah,
Facebook.
those people on
It
LinkedIn.
is not the same way you communicate to people on X,
Mm-hmm.
right? These are different minds on this platform. However, they could be the same people, but on a different space that is created to interact in a unique way. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are a small business starting up, you want to do research, ask yourself honest questions. Your products, who are this product meant for?
Meant for.
If your product are meant for Gen Zs, and you know that your target audience is within this age of, say, 18 to 30, 35, be very, very honest with yourself. Amongst this audience, are they female or they are male?
Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself, this particular product, is there anyone that have done it before? If yes, how did they also start? Because you can't just say, I want to open Facebook and open Twitter, open LinkedIn,
Open
open
LinkedIn,
X,
X.
open everything and you start posting. And this is one of the mistakes we make, most small businesses make out there, right? Because of we don't have the resources, right, to go all around. Because the kind of content you create on Facebook should be different with the content you post on LinkedIn.
Even on TikTok.
It should be different with the content you post on TikTok. But we are doing one content serves all
Oh, yes.
with different communities,
Mm.
with different language, with
Mindsets.
different tone, different mindsets, different mode of interaction.
Mm-hmm.
And you expect each of these platforms
To
to
have
grow.
results.
You, in fact, you will see that you can have like 10,000 followers on Facebook and you have just 300 followers on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to LinkedIn, you might not even have any followers on LinkedIn,
Nothing.
right? That's because you are not honest with yourself. You didn't do your research very well, and your content does not align with this platform. TikTok, up until 4 years ago, there's a lot of content flying on Facebook, Instagram. Before, let me just say 5 years ago, TikTok is not as this popular,
Yes.
right? But TikTok now is gaining more traction. As a matter of fact, a lot of businesses are using TikTok to drive sales now. But mind you, who are the people on TikTok? That's the honest question you should ask yourself. If you are doing business to business, what are you looking for directly on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
Your efforts should not be on TikTok all the time. You should look for places where businesses lives.
Mm.
The people on TikTok are individuals, they are more of direct consumers. So
Yes, yes.
if you're not doing B2C, if what you are doing is B2B, you should find yourself, you should concentrate your energy more in spaces like LinkedIn, where there are
Yes.
more businesses,
Business is there.
right? Unlike TikTok, where there are a lot of consumers.
Consumers and
So if you're
customers
the type of person that sells hair, your energy should not be more on LinkedIn. Your energy should be more on
on
TikTok
TikTok and
and
Instagram.
Instagram,
Yes.
right? Because this is the safe space created for you. And mind you, also when posting on TikTok, there is a way you communicate the message also.
Mm.
Because the people here also differs from the people on Instagram. Even
Yes.
though these two platforms are more of your ecosystem where you can thrive more, right? You may
Mm-hmm.
want to come on TikTok is originally created as a platform where you have dances. It's
Mm-hmm.
just dance. So if you want to go on TikTok also, meaning you should be prepared and ready to flaunt the hair while vibing to a
Yes.
good sound,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because this is what will attract them. This is what will keep them. And inevitably, it will bet questions like how much is the hair?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this hair looks nice. I love this hair. Looks good on you. And you should also be ready to be your salesperson, your marketer, your promoter
True.
on the
True.
TikTok space.
Mm-hmm.
You may not necessarily do that on Instagram. On Instagram, you can approach it in a professional way. You can still get your audience. The way you communicate to them also be different. But it's a different ball game when it comes to TikTok. So
TikTok.
it's small business, you are just growing. Don't stretch yourself too thin.
Just
Find
focus.
out,
Mm.
focus on the ecosystem that matters to your business, the safe space where you will thrive. Because this is a wide ocean. You can't swim every part of it.
Okay, so somebody just asked a question. Let me just read it out. Is it possible to manage two brands excellently and be good at it.
You can manage 10 brand excellent and be good at it. The question is, what kind of structure have you put in place to ensure
Mind
that
you, we
this
are still
brand?
talking about, let's say, a not someone that is already
Hmm.
doing good or better in
Okay.
particular one. Yeah. You know, there are some times that maybe this particular brand has already gotten a name, has a name already, and you
Mm.
just want to create another niche, of business.
Mm.
So based on the trust of the ones he already has,
Okay.
you understand. But now
There's a structure
there's
already, a
there's a
brand
structure already,
already.
but now there's no structure. Just want to start the two, but the person can deliver. But me, I feel the stress alone, because if you don't have money to employ a
Yeah,
social media manager
that's why I asked
and
the
you still want to
question.
do it yourself.
Depend on the structure you are putting in place to ensure it works.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Depending on the structure. Now, if you've implemented a structure that works for a particular brand,
mm-hmm.
you can implement the same structure. But you see, as a small business owner, you're starting up and you know you're the one that is going to manage everything. You're going to create the content. You are
Mm-hmm.
going to do the social media manager. You're going to be the social media marketer. And mind you, this is where some businesses get it wrong also. A social media manager is different from a social media marketer.
Yes, yes.
It's different from a content creator.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Different from a graphic designer.
mm-hmm.
But you are starting up, you want to do everything. And you want to manage 2, 3 brands. It won't
It,
work if you are doing
it won't
everything.
work, right?
Because one brand requires your all. And if you don't have people, structures in place that can help you, you've not designed a strategy to make these things work, and you want to manage it all by yourself, especially if you now want to flourish in a system where probably you're using social media, you're using Facebook, Instagram, you're using TikTok, you're using LinkedIn, you will burn out. And when you
Mm.
burn out, the first thing you discover is you are no longer consistent.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You don't deliver anymore. And once you stop delivering on your promise, for instance, if your audience knows you to post on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
you don't post anymore on Thursday. Probably you post 3 times a week, you decline to posting once in a week. They start losing trust, the connection, you start losing that connection with them. Because remember, you've built a community of people where you're selling a particular product to them. So if you want to do it all by yourself, you weigh yourself out. The best advice I'll give is have people in place. Have a social media marketer, a social media manager, because what the marketer does for you is to create strategy to ensure. Because I think let me just also add this: as businesses, small business, we should be ready to market our products because marketing, as a matter of fact, I would say branding is in a way synonymous to marketing. They are two different things. I want to use it in this context now because branding, you don't stop branding.
Yes, it's a continuous
You
process.
continue. The same
Rebranding,
thing with
rebranding,
marketing.
bringing them. Mm-hmm.
You don't stop marketing. When you stop marketing your products, when you stop marketing
Why
on
do you
social
think
media,
Coca-Cola is still marketing up to now?
exactly. If you go to Coca-Cola's page today, you will see them already marketing about World Cup coming up. They're
Mm.
already telling people about it. In fact, I saw one post where they interviewed Lemmy Yama on their post, right? Like, Lemmy Yama, how are you feeling today? What are you listening to? Like, they're already creating excitement in people. You go to their page, you see how people are drinking their products, and there's this excitement, these emotions they are connecting with people, right? So, small businesses, you want to ensure that you continue marketing your product. So, when you start stretching yourself thin, you discover
Yes,
that you are not marketing effectively anymore,
yes,
efficiently. And when you
efficiently.
stop doing that, you start losing out on your audience. You start losing out on, and when you start losing out on your audience, your sales will start dropping.
All right.
So put a structure to it if you want to have a lot of
I,
brands.
I think the person have gotten that. Well, so this will be my last question. So I will ask the audience, you can ask your question on the comment section so that we can
Okay.
attend to it. But from me now, this will be my last question, and
Mhm.
I think is one of the question I feel that we should treat.
Mm.
Yes, I feel that we should treat it. Now, as a business, as a startup, yeah, or someone that just coming up, that want to strive in both sides on social media and make sales and all, and this person does not really have money to engage the social media manager or marketer or anything. How can that person leverage on AI? How can we leverage on AI? Because we are in AI driven world now.
Yeah.
It makes things easy for us. Unlike before that you can actually have a particular thing and AI will just do it, create your content. How can we leverage on AI to grow our business on social media?
If you are a business, let me use the word small business. I think one of the friends you want to have is AI. Not because AI would do everything for you, no, but because in employing and engaging the service of AI, you might as well be employing and engaging the service of a marketer, a strategist, an
A designer.
analyst, a designer. You might as well be engaging these services.
Yes.
So now, if you are a startup and you want to grow businesses, in fact, big businesses use AI. So I think you want to have AI as a friend, because what AI can do for you, for instance, there are some information that you may not be privy to. If you know how to use AI with the right prompts, AI can do some deep research for you as to what to do. For instance, if you want to launch a product and you don't even have the right idea, you can engage AI. AI would give you tips, professional tips on how to launch and start up your product. As a matter of fact, talk to AI. Ask me questions about this product.
Yes.
Think as if you are a professor from Harvard who is into marketing, who understands products and business branding. AI will be able to ask you questions. You want to launch this product? Okay. Who are your target audience?
What's your
Where is your
purpose?
geographical location? The people you want to talk to, how do they interact? AI will start asking you questions, and if you can submit answers to these questions, right, at the end of the day, you might have come up with a good strategy as against employing a social media strategist or a marketer, right? So AI is something you can employ to do some, not all, because the truth is, I believe AI is supposed to enhance and give you more than you are doing before, because AI shouldn't replace everything you are doing, because
Yes.
AI, it has its own
That
limitation.
emotion part, AI cannot really fit in. That emotional part, AI cannot really.
To some extent, AI can even give you
When you
some
give it the prompts back.
emotional prompt, right? To some extent, right? However, there are questions that when I ask AI, AI will tell you that, okay, go log into your platform. I can direct you on how to do it. AI will not do it for you.
Yes, of course.
At that point, and that is where human also comes into play. But you should engage AI. Why not? I mean, there are a lot of small businesses. There's this. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this. I can't remember the name of the brand now. So this guy will just put a prompt on AI, generate an ad for
Or
me with this
cinematic ad
image, cinematic ad,
video.
and you
Cinematic ad video.
see
Yes, I think I've come across it.
crazy ideas. Like
Yes.
you just from a logo, you just see something pop up from an orange.
Yeah,
A
cinematic.
commercial will just
Yeah,
come up,
cinematic ad
and these are
video.
things that are very hard for us to do
It can take you
years
days.
ago, but now within space of 10 minutes you can achieve these things.
That thing will take you days on After Effects to do.
To create that, now you are engaging the service of a video editor, you are engaging the service of
Graphic designer.
a graphic designer, a marketer, whereas you have all in one AI. All you have to do is probably pay for subscription. So you see why it's important for small businesses to engage AI. because AI can actually do a lot. I'm saying small businesses because I think this meeting is targeted towards
Yes,
small
yes, of course.
businesses,
We just
right?
want to encourage the
Yeah,
small
right.
business.
That's why I keep using small businesses. Mind you, big businesses use
They
AI.
use it very well.
They don't use free version. They
The
use
paid
paid version.
so that you can
And they
get
don't
the
use
real.
the limited paid version you use. They pay more because
They
see,
understand it
they
better.
understand it. They want efficiency. They want something that would make their work pop out and be the best, give her
And
the best.
and
Because there's competition out there
easy. And
and
easy.
easy and within a time frame.
Yes.
Within a time frame. I saw a post on social media. So this guy does development, app development, web development, and he says you should start using this AI tool now
Kiwi.
as a
I think it's
developer.
Kiwi from China.
Yeah, I think it's
There's
yeah. I
one
saw
AI
something on
Kiwi.
Kiwi also, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what this app does, this AI will write code for you. Just give
Mm-hmm.
the AI prompt, tell the AI, I want this kind of. As a matter of fact, okay, design an app for me that looks like a Netflix apps. The same AI, he links it from one AI to another AI, communicates with this AI.
Mm.
Now write this code to this AI. This AI develop based on the code you send to
Bring it
it.
back.
Now brings it back. At the end of the day, what this guy does is just to go through it, edit one or two
This
things.
one or two
And
things.
he says within a month, he creates apps like as much as he doesn't used to do before.
Mm-hmm.
That is AI. Now AI has increased his productivity.
Yes.
AI has increased his efficiency. Now, so small businesses should really employ the service of AI if you want to grow, if you want to deliver more.
Yes.
So I think it's something that we should really employ.
All right. Thank you very, 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 very much.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Do we
I don't
have
know if you
any
have
questions?
questions.
Let me see. You can drop your questions. Okay. Exactly. Posting anyhow does not attract clients. Okay, someone is saying that exactly posting anyhow
No,
does
no,
not
it
attract
doesn't.
clients.
It is posting intentionally, strategically that attract clients.
So
How strategic
any
you are.
question before we drop the curtain? Any question?
Okay, so let me just add this to sum up everything I'm saying.
Okay.
Right? There's something I wrote down here. It's just a simple formula, something that can make you stand out in the public. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Three things I wrote: message, meaning, memory.
Message,
Meaning,
meaning,
memory.
memory.
Now,
Message,
what
meaning, memory. That
message?
is 3M.
What message is your brand communicating?
Yes.
If I receive the message right, what benefits? What does it mean to me now if I can appropriate that message? I take that product, right? What would it give to me? What benefit does it give to me? That's the meaning now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the memory, after using your product or after watching your clip, maybe you're a content creator, right? What memory does it leave in my mind?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, as a content creator, if you create content, maybe let me look for a niche now. Maybe you create educational content on I'm trying to look for something simple, not too big. Okay, take for instance now an educational content on how to, maybe like this one, how to grow businesses from
Mm-hmm.
small to big. Now, what memory are you leaving in the mind of people?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, after listening to your content, right? How does it make me feel?
Yes.
Emotionally, have I become so attached to your content that I need an idea on how I can take my business to the next level? Can I still remember you?
Mm. Yes.
Can I still remember your channel to come back to it, to
To
still look
watch.
for another content in line with what I want to do?
Or can I recommend it for someone?
Or can I recommend it? So there has to be that memory. a lasting impression, because ultimately that is what branding
That's
does.
the goal.
Ultimately, that is what branding does. So if you cannot leave that lasting impression in the mind of people when they want to use your product or when they're engaging with your content online, be
You have
very,
not
very
done
sure
a great
that
job.
people will not come back to you anymore. You've not done a great job, and you're not doing so well on the social media space, because social media will only reward you if you satisfy these conditions.
True.
So it's very, very important for
So
us to keep in
message,
mind
meaning,
meaning and the memory.
and the memory. So I think that will be our
Yeah.
last discussion. Thank you for joining in, and once
Yeah,
again,
thank you so much for
really
having me.
appreciate. We have learned a lot. Even myself, I've learned a lot, and I believe the people that will watch it after this particular live too,
Mm,
they are going to learn a lot also. And
yeah,
we are still going to bring you back. Definitely, there's still a lot of things to still talk about
sure,
on
sure. I look forward to that
social
also.
media. And again, I just want to use this opportunity to tell anyone that will be watching this space that my book will be coming out, Brand Advantage, where you get to learn most of these things and in there. So I'm going to be reaching out very soon on the book. So thank you very much for joining.
Yeah, thank you
Really
so much
appreciate.
for having
So
me.
let's
Yeah,
have a great day. Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much.